We were discussing C different input output function or operation in C++. So in C++, there is an two object C in and C out. There is two object C in and C out for input output operation in C++. C in is you can say console input. This object, predefined object, we used for taking the inputs from user, and C out you can call as console output. This predefined object we used for produce output or printing some message for the user. Okay, so first see what is C out. As we have discussed, it is a predefined object. It is a predefined object, and if it is object, then it has some class. So it is the object of OStream class. This object, C out object, is belongs to this OStream class, and this OStream class is present in IO stream .h header file. Every as you know, in C there is in different header files, and these header files contain different objects. As the same is the same in C++, there is a header files, and these header files contain classes, and classes contain objects, and this header file also contain some functions. So this C out predefined objects is residing in this iostream.h header file. That's why we first include header file in our C++ program, this header file iostream, to just count this our object we can use in our program. Okay, so there is some syntax. So the syntax of this C out object is, you just write C out 2 times less than. We write 2 times less than. Anybody know what is the we call this operator? Unmute your mic and speak if you know the answer. This is what we call this operator in programming.
Descending.
What? Descending, not descending.
Insertion operator.
Yes, exactly. This is insertion operator. Insertion operator. We call this less than 2 times less than. In C++, we called it insertion operator. After 2 times less than, you can write your message, which message you want to print in the form of text, or even you can write variable, which variable you want to print on a screen, or even you can write direct expression after writing this insertion operator. Okay, and then semicolon. So this is the simple syntax of C out. C out. Let's see the example how we use in this operator or function in programming. So here I just create a program. Before use this object, I have to include this header file iostream. So include iostream, our main method, and I'm printing this message. Suppose in C++ you can add comment using 2 times slash. So this is I'm removing the slash. So I'm writing C out as object name 2 times less than, and are printing message. Which message you want to print? Here I want to print output sentence, then semicolon. So this is the complete syntax of C out object. Let's execute this code. Before execute, compile. As you can see, there is no error, so we can run this code. and as you can see, this is the output of your program, output sentence. What you written inside this cout object, it will be print on your screen. Okay, this is the one way. And directly you can print direct your numbers. Here I'm just write 120, okay, without quotation mark. So 120 as it is, it will print on the screen. There, as you can see, after output sentence, the 120 is printed. And even you can print variable. Okay, so I'm just printing variable x. Before I print the variable x, I have to declare this variable. So I declared a variable x, type integer, and just assign the values 50. So this 50 value of x will printed on our screen. Okay, so again compile and run. As you can see, after 120 there is a 50 is printed. Okay, how we can change the line of output? Anybody know? Means I want to create some space between 120 and value of x. Unmute your mic and speak if you know.
Slash होगा.
What? What do you speak? You can separate or create a new line using \n. So just write \n. Now you can see after 120, 50 is printed in the next line. Is it visible now? Or let me zoom or magnify.
Yes, sir.
Okay, as you can see, the value of 50, value of x is printed in the next line using, we use \n. Okay, even you can write in cout object expression, like I want to 100 multiply by 3 plus 30 and subtract 10. This kind of expression I want to see the result of this expression. So I just write the expression into cout object. Let's run this code. Before run, just in the next new line, as you can see, what is the result. Is the result is 50. We can execute 10 30 30 plus 30, 60 minus 10, 50. Change the some value is 30. Now see the value is now is 30. 10 plus 3, 30 plus 30, 60 minus 30, 30. Okay, so you can also write the expression inside cout object. Okay, now let's see how we can concatenate more than one text into one cout object. The next line you can see, I just write cout, this is, and then this is there. I just concatenated two words in a single cout, separated by less than or insertion operator, and again single C++ statement. So when I run this code, this all three statement will be in a single line. You can see this three statement in a single line. Let's run this code. Here you can see this is a single C++ statement. I just add more than one sentences into one sentence. Okay, let's combine sentence plus variable into a single cout object. Okay, into single cout. As you can see here, I just print I am age. Here age is the variable and this is a text. I'm just combining text and variable into a single statement, single line. And here olds and my name is and the value of name. Means we have two variables and two text message. I am and what is the value of age? It will print and year old. So before I want to print the value of age, I have to get the value of age from user. What is the age of user? So I'm using here sin function. Console input from user. Before I take the value of age, I have to declare the value of age. So here I just declare the value of age and variable name. Maximum size is 30 character. And here I am taking the value from the user. Okay, let's execute this code. Here it is asking me the age. Suppose your age is 23-year-old and your name is Mohit. Now print, as you can see again here, the one sentence, the complete message is printed. I am 23-year-old and my name is Mohit. What the value user entered, it will printed in this sentence. As user printed his age is 23 and name is Mohit, so this complete sentence is like this. Let's change the value. Suppose user is 45-year-old and name is Mohan. Now as you can see the result, the message is printed. I am 45-year-old and my name is Mohan. So what I want to say here is you can combine text and variable into a single message. In the next line, I'm just printing multiple cout result into different line. So how we can produce a different line using backslash n operator. Backslash n operator. Okay. So as you can see, the message it will print first sentence, and after backslash it will jump into the next line. In the next line it will print second sentence, and after again see the backslash n, and it will jump into third line. Then it will print third sentence. Let's compile and execute this code. It's asking me the age and name, and as you can see here, first sentence jump into the next line, second sentence jump into the third line. So I want to say here is you can use this backslash n operator for change the line, jump into the next line. Till this point, do you have any doubt? Till this point, do you have any doubt? No? So let's.
Can you teach me first and second sentence?
What? Speak loudly.
Ma'am, sir, I don't understand on 20.
What do you
I understand
huh?
this about the first sentence and second sentence.
Yeah, at this you're talking about this statement, na?
Yeah, this one, sir.
Okay. So in this sentence, I want to show here using cout. I'm just printing the message first sentence. Then after
Okay.
first sentence, I want to change the line. How you can change the line? Using backslash n. So I just write backslash n. So whenever you find backslash n in cout, it will change the line. Means you will jump into the next line. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose I just write before first sentence, I just 2 times backslash n. So what it will do?
Okay.
It will change 2 times of line. As you can see the result. Just here you can see. After this sentence, this is a single C++ statement. As you can see, there's a 2 space created. Then the next first sentence, and here I just change the new line, the second sentence. Then after second sentence, again use backslash n, so it will jump into the third sentence in the new line. Okay.
With the help of operators line.
What?
No, ma'am. No, sir. I am telling about that by operator. This one.
Okay, this is the operator we used for changing the line. Okay, we
Understand.
use this for formatting, or we can show our result into a good format. So we can easily, suppose there's a no backslash n we use. So see the result. You cannot understand which sentence at which point and the next sentence start from the which point. It's very confusing. So just creating the line, we use \n.
Understand.
Okay, so \n we use in C programming. You can also use in C++ also, but there is no problem. But the problem is that \n use some memory, 1 byte memory. So just save this memory. We use another operator which is present in C++ is called manipulator. I'm just writing here. We have in C++ we have manipulator. So we have two manipulator. First manipulator operator and manipulator functions. So in this class we will discuss manipulator operator. We have two manipulator operator in C++. First is AND-L and second is AND-S. We have two manipulator operator in C++ is AND-L and AND-S. AND-L we used for AND the line. AND the line we use AND-L operator, and AND the space means we create one single space between two word or two sentences or two variable. We use AND-S. Is it just create one space between two text or two words. AND-L will produce it will jump to the next line, and AND-S is just produce one single space between two words. AND-L is same as \n in C. Okay, so there's a minor difference. First is it is an operator and this is a character. I'm just writing the difference AND-L and \n. First difference is it is a operator. AND-L is a operator and \n is a character. And the second difference is AND-L no required memory. It's no required any memory, but \n required 1 byte to store this character. So this is a simple difference, and for the execution purpose there is no difference. When you write \n or AND-L, it will produce the same result. Let's see in the code. Here I just in this code I write \n. Okay, but in the next line I just write first sentence AND-L operator. So AND-L operator will jump you in the next line. In the second sentence AND-L. Okay, you can also write the third sentence. And it will produce third sentence in a new line. Let's run this code. Okay, 1 minute. Here you can see it will producing the same result. First sentence, second sentence, third sentence in using \n operator. And here we print the same message using AND-L operator. First sentence, second sentence, third sentence. There is no difference between produce output by different operators. Okay, result is same. Is it clear? AND-L is an operator we used in C++ for change the line or just jump into the new line. Is it the same as \n? Now let's see AND-S. See out. Just suppose I want to print AB and then CD. And just hide everything. There's no need to see. result. Okay, let's run this code, and as you can see, there is an A, B, C, D printed, but there is no gap between A, B and C, D. As you write in this way, A, B, then C, D. So A, B, and after A, B, the C, D will be printed. Means there is no space between A, B and C, D. As you can see on your screen, there is no space between A, B and C, D. So how we can create the space? We can create space using AND S operator. Right, just AND S. Okay, now let's run this code and see. Now as you can see, there is one space created. See. Here you can see between AB and CD one space has been created. Okay, so AND S be used just for creating a space between two word or sentences. Is it clear? Yes, Bisal, speak. Bisal?
No, nothing, sir. I understand it very well, but I am thinking about if we write NS, then what will happen?
What? And?
Just you type na that slash NS to change the sentence.
Okay. So I was just want to say here, and as is used for creating a space between two words. If you not write and as between two words, it will produce the result, but you cannot differentiate between these A, B, and C, D. As continue to print A, B, and C, D. This is the only difference by and S.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Understand, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Now run one code in this code. Just I'm asking the print the asking the user to enter your age and just read the value of age using cin object. Cin object, as you know, it's also a predefined object, and its objects belongs. Just let me run about cin. Cin is an object, predefined object of class iStream. The class name of this object is iStream, and this iStream present in IOStream header file. Okay, so whenever you use C in your program, you have to add this header file in your program. Okay, so what the it used for taking the value from user. Okay, so when you use cin, it is asking user to enter the value of variable. So and its value is taken from keyboard. So always user have to write the value by keyboard only. Okay, by the standard input device, it take the value from user. This is the very basic about cin and syntax, as we've discussed in the last class. Just write cin object, and here we have to write greater than. What we called this greater than operator. If you have remembered the last class, what we called this operator name? We called this operator is a extraction operator. What we called extraction operator. And after writing greater than, write the variable in which variable you want to take the value from user. There is maybe more than one variable, so you can write variable, and number of times of variable you can write here. Now let's see the code, how we can code using this. I'm here just asking the from the user enter your age and just printing the value using cout message. The new line, your age is what the value entered by user. Let's run this code, and here the message is printed, enter your age. Suppose my age is 25 years. I just write 25 using keyboard. I'm just writing 25 using keyboard, and as you can see the message, your age is 25. The message what I write inside this cout, it's printed. Now let's see two variable. Read the two variable, age and names. Name is character. Just name variable is taking the name as name, and size is 30 character. Now I am asking user to enter your age and name. So I have to read two variable, age then name. In this scene I just write two variable name, age and name. In this way I can write and print your age is this and your name is name. Let's execute this code. Now it's asking enter your age and name. So my age is 25 and my name is Rahul. I just write. Now you can see your age is 25, your name is Rahul. So using this program, I just want to say, using a scene object, we can ask user to n number of variables at a single statement. You can also write this code into two different statements like this, scene name. Okay, so there's no difference between these two type of syntax writing. Okay, it will produce the same result. Okay, again you can see the result. Enter the age 25 and Rahul. As you can see, there is no difference between in programming. So you can, using scene, you can ask user to enter name and age or n number of variable at the same time. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you, or do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime in between also. I always, there's no need to I ask you to please ask the doubt or any question. You can also ask in between also.
I don't have any book. Let's see difference. Some difference we have forgot in the previous classes. C structure and C++ structure. What is the difference between C structure and C++ structure? This question asked many times in exam. That's why I'm just clarifying the difference, clarifying these differences. Okay. So C structure, if you know, C in C structure is a collection of variables. If you remember, I'm just writing how we declared structure in C. Just write struct keyword and your structure names. Suppose you are creating the structure for student, so we write student, then curly braces, and inside this curly braces we declare different variables. Okay, so this is the structure in C. We have discussed in C, or before we start C++, we have discussed structure. Okay, so as you know, it's a collection of variables or data, but C++ structure is a collection of variables as well as function. In C++ structure, there is a data as well as variable, but in C there is an only data or variable. The second difference is always what the data members you declared inside your structure all are public. Whenever you declared variable inside your structure in C, all are public. But in C++ structure, you can declare member variable or member function
public, private, or protected. Means you can use any kind of access specifier in C++ structure, but that facility is not available in C. The third difference about C structure is, in C structure we cannot initialize object at the time of declaration. It's a very important difference. In C structure we cannot initialize object a variable at the time of declaration of structure, but we can initialize data members or function at the time of declaration in C++ structure. This is a very important difference. Let's code this and see how we can show this. 1 minute. This is C. Yeah. Suppose I just create a C structure, name is record, and inside this record structure, I just declared a variable x and initialize with 7. Just consider. And main method start and just declared a variable s of structure record and just print the value of s. Okay. So let's compile this code, and as you can see it's producing error. You initialize your data members at the time of declaration, which is not allowed in C. It's showing me error. You have initialized and data members at the time of declaration, which is not allowed in C. On the same code I'm just writing for C++. Okay, record initialize with 7, and main method is just record as we have declared and printing the value of x. And now execute this, compile this code, and as you can see there is no error. You can run this code. Okay, so the 7 is printed, but in the C there is an error. So this is the basic difference in C and C++ structure. We cannot initialize structure at the time of declaration, but in C++ we can do this. And the third difference, we have to write struct, this keyword, at the time of declaring variables, but there is no need to write struct keyword before declaring a variable in C++ structure. This is again an important difference. At the time of declaration of variable of this structure, we have to write this word struct before variable, but in C++ there is no need to write this struct keyword. Again, see the code. First see the C code in C. Here I just declare a variable as, type this structure record is record, and before record I just write struct. I have to write struct, otherwise this variable we cannot declare. But in C++ you have not write struct here, and even just writing this keyword, and it is not showing any error. So it means there is no need to write struct keyword before your structure name in C++, but at the time of C we have to write. So this is the four basic difference between C structure and C++ structure. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, I don't have Node. I don't have Node of this chapter. I am new here.
Okay. So you need to join Google Classroom. I have also shared the link. There is an every study material. I just just post all the study materials and videos, previous class videos. You can also see the videos, or you can also use the study material for previous classes or previous topic we have covered. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you join
Google Classroom, na?
Google Classroom of object oriented programming. I also shared in your WhatsApp group link. Okay,
Okay.
so the next difference we are going to discuss is difference between class and C++ structure. I'm covering this topic just for the exam. Ultimately, I just taught everything: class, C structure, C++ structure. I'm just explaining this difference just for the writing purpose or exam purpose. Many times they asked about the differences. Okay, so the first difference between class and C++ structure is basically, this is not difference, this is just comparing. C is a class is a collection of variable and data, and C++ structure is also a collection of variables and functions. So okay, then you just try to mention this is the function also. Okay, C class is also a collection of variables and function, and C++ structure is also a collection of variable and function. Both are the same. Okay, the second is members are, you can set your member as public, private, or protected. Is the same way you can also use this kind of access specifier for C++ structure as well. Okay, the third, this is the difference. In class, members of a class are private by default, as we have discussed. Whenever we do not declare the type of your data or function, by default it's considered as a private. Whenever you not declared any access specifier for the data members or function, by default class considered as a private. But in the case of structure, whenever you not declared access specifier for data members or function, by default it's considered as a public. This is the basic difference. The second difference between class and C++ structure is class can be inherit. You can inherit one class from another class and another class. Okay, so we can use the features of inheritance in class. Means what are the property or what are the characteristics of class a class B can inherit, and what are the characteristic or properties of B C can inherit. Means you can establish the relationship between different classes by inheritance property of object oriented programming. As what the property your grandpa has, your parents has acquiring, and what the property your parents have, you will acquire. Okay, so this the property of inheritance is present in class, but there is no such property available in C++ structure. If there is a two structure A and B, we cannot inherit this two structure. Means what are the available variables or function of A we cannot use. We have to declare its own variable and functions. Okay, means there is no sharing property in C++ structure, but class it's available. If this property is available, we can using this property we can create complex program. Using this
Sir,
property we can create the complex program, but using structure we cannot create that kind of complex program. Bolo, just please speak. हेलो,
सर स्ट्रक्चर में एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर्स थोड़ी होते प्राइवेट और प्रोटेक्टेड.
बेटा एक्चुअल में ये स्ट्रक्चर C++ स्ट्रक्चर है. दिस इज नॉट अ C स्ट्रक्चर, दिस इज C++ स्ट्रक्चर. As you, 1 minute, I'm not, this is a C structure. I have just write members are public. Here I'm not written anything about private and protected. C++ structure has the privilege for declare members are public, private, or protected. C++ structure has that privilege, but C structure do not that privilege. Okay.
तो इसमें कैसे नहीं होगा सर?
हाँ, yes, Nidhi.
तो फिर इसमें इनहेरिटेंस के
हाँ, बट सी स्ट्रक्चर सी प्लस प्लस स्ट्रक्चर में इनहेरिटेंस प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होती है. मीन्स वी हैव सपोज वी हैव टू स्ट्रक्चर, स्टूडेंट स्ट्रक्चर, और सपोज structure is book. Suppose just consider we have declared two structure. Suppose just give the name A and B. Just consider. Otherwise, it will create confusion. If there is two structure A and B, we cannot acquire the property of A by B, or B cannot acquire property of B A cannot acquire. This property is not hold in C++ structure. But in class, if we have two class A and B, A class can acquire the property of B using inheritance property, or B can acquire the property of inheritance, or C. Means that we can establish a relationship between classes, but that property is not available at the time of structure. Okay. So now you can write the attendance in chat box. TT students write A, TC student write C. For the attendance of today's class, you will write in chat A if you are TT student and C if you are TC student.
Chat. चैट का ऑप्शन क्लियर है.
सर चैट बॉक्स ऑन ही नहीं हुआ अभी तक.
अब ऑन हुआ देखो.
Sir, TC student C ना.
Yes. After writing the attendance, you can leave the class.
Okay. This feature is.
Leave the class. As I can see how many students remain to write the attendance. If you write written the attendance, you can leave. Ravindra Bhatt, Rajkumar Sahu, Nagendra Singh Rathore, Sahil Mohammad Sheikh, Vinod Kumar Teli, Sadakshi Chachani, Vishal Singh, Nidhi Jain.
Yes, sir.
Write the attendance and leave.
Okay, sir.
Kuman Singh, are you there? Kuman Singh. So thank you. I'm ending this meeting.